Okay, these are our team rankings brought by me, Rage, and InfiniteRain. We're not going to be ranking our teams because we'd all put ourselves at number one.
Okay,
So,
cool. So start from the bottom, yeah.
yeah, I believe for our rankings, if we don't know a player, we'll just assume they're ass. So, sorry.
That's my rule of thumb.
Yeah,
If I don't know who you are, sorry, I'm just gonna assume the worst.
yeah, you're just an F tier. You got to play more customs. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no. You can't say that to them because I don't really play customs outside of this week. So I need to play more customs. They need to play in league.
Too much bowling.
No, there's no such thing as too much bowling. Do not disrespect the bowling life.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Okay, so for number 11, there's 12 teams, so we started at 11. We have
because
redacted.
we did not rank our own, FYI, and yeah, we all put redacted last.
Which is That Twinkie, Soulbenders, Human Kite 187, and Noctone.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna put out what I wrote in my other ranking when I did the write-ups before this, like a few days ago. But my experience with that Twinkie is I ran a reach tournament like a year ago, and I put him third in my captain rankings, like third person to draft. And I had people DM me saying he's gonna ruin my event. He's way better than most of those players. You cannot do that. Your tournament's gonna get ruined. And I said, I don't know who this person is. I don't know what you're talking about. So I left him there, or I may have put him fourth. And I don't think that team made it out of the second round. So I don't know who the fuck this god Twinkie is supposed to be that I've been informed of because I just have not seen it yet. I'm sorry, Twinkie. I'm told you're always um, influenced at the time. But yeah, now I see him in an actual reach tournament, and he's drafting second, and he drafted three players I've never heard of before. I played with Nokatone a few times now, and that's probably about where he'd get drafted.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to
This is
tell when you
nothing
don't know any of these
personal.
guys. Yeah,
This
it's
is
not.
nothing
It's nothing
personal
personal,
when I
kid.
insult all of you players. It's just the way I am.
We hate everyone evenly. Rain, what do you
That's
think
not
about this
true.
team?
Jesus. Okay, lucky for you guys, I'm a fucking encyclopedia when it comes to Reach players. I
Ooh,
actually know all of these players.
boy's got the insight.
Yeah. So the reason Twinkie picked up Soulbender and Human Kite is because they have fucking history. They've been playing for like shit, a decade now, like way back when Reach came out.
Whoa.
So they're like original stat patters. So they have history there. I'm assuming if they actually get some scrims in and just wipe out the rust, they could maybe get out of the second round. But the reason I have them at the bottom is just because, well, I never see them around. So yeah, they'll probably not do that good.
Okay.
Now I have one important question regarding Human Kite. Is that a
Mm,
Microsoft generated gamer tag that he's just held on to this entire time?
I don't know the history about that.
It
is.
certainly looks like something Microsoft made up, just randomized.
Human Kite 187. Yeah, that's definitely an Xbox name for sure.
He's a pretty good runner, so he'll be running for that team. Twinkie and Soulbender, they'll be tanking and knock. He's like the newest person around here.
Nock's
He's a
been
good
playing the
kid.
most, dude. He's been in like every custom ever.
He's
He's
chill.
got determination. I like that.
If these other three can play like he's playing in the customs, I could see this team going much higher. I just haven't seen
Mm,
Soulbenders or Human Kite in a lobby since probably like 2011. So
yeah.
Next.
next we got. I guess we'll go from Rain to Rage, and we'll just talk about how we placed them.
For reference, Baked Potatoes is my team name for Mealy Kitten. Yakin, I guess is how you spell his name. Dylan and
Yeah,
Mav.
yeah, because you guys don't have a team name yet, and you got to send me something.
Yeah.
Or
If
else
you
I'll
guys
force
don't,
use baked
if you guys
potatoes.
don't pick a name, Lux is gonna put in Baked Potatoes in the bracket. So
Exactly. All right. So
Okay,
Rain
yeah.
put
So
Dab's team, which kind of shocks me personally at number 10.
that's kind of disrespect.
So
I
what's up
mean,
with that?
okay, look, there's a reason. So the reason I put them this low is just because Fancy, Mist, and Noplex have I haven't seen them on Reach customs like at all. Aside from Dab, he's a solid Reach player. He actually picked up the game pretty quickly. I was surprised, so I'm not worried about him. It's just those three players that I mentioned. They're gonna be super rusty. I just don't believe in them enough to go far. I mean, it's really that simple.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I haven't seen Mr. Noplex play, but this is probably the most experienced team on the board when it comes to years in Griffball. Anyone disagree
There's
with
a lot
that?
of experience on the roster.
Yeah.
I have them much higher. I don't have them that low, but well, I guess we'll discuss them when they get up there.
Yep.
Okay, so Lux, you put baked potato second to last. How do you feel about that?
Same thing as Redacted, man. I haven't seen Mealy or Yakin play enough. I haven't even seen Dylan play, their first pick. And if Mav's going to run for this team, good luck. It's just only reason these guys are higher than Redacted is because I know Mav and I kind of know Dylan. I know he's played a lot, but it's just a random team. Dylan and baked potatoes.
I put reverse sweepers, which is Imperative, Reels, Finesse God, and Mercy, and they're here because I've never played with. I don't know who Finesse God and Mercy are, so I assume that they're F tier players. Those are the rules that I established going into this.
Yep.
It's reels. I've heard of them, but I've never played with them, so I can't really say that much. I think I played a few customs and just didn't really get much of an impression.
Right.
Which is usually not the great sign. And then Imperative is EU, and this is Reach. So your best player is across the pond. So
good luck with that.
Pretty low ceiling, if you ask me.
Finesse God's got to step up. For sure.
I'm very curious behind the decision to have them drafting behind Dab and Fancy and Rick and Solace.
Well, I know Reels, and he's a good enough player. And
okay,
Frenzy is. You had Frenzy drafting after me at one point at the time, so I'll never forget that.
When was this?
The last Reach tournament that Galvin won.
Yeah, because you're ass.
Dude.
Well, you were ass. You've improved quite a bit.
Thanks, man.
All right, I put the next row of teams. So Rain has Hammers and Roses, which is Hell's Angel, Genesiology, I guess is how you pronounce that, Scullin, and a Lunar Panda. Comments?
Yeah, like I said in the fucking rankings that I posted, last time I ranked Hell's team this low, they ended up winning.
Hey.
So I hope this doesn't fucking bite me in the ass again. But I mean, look, aside from Hells and Gene, I mean, they're fucking star players, no doubt about that. The question marks is Scullin and Lunar. Aside from having played with Scullin the last event, yeah, I don't know nothing about Lunar. And Scullin, from what I've seen in customs, Skull, I love you, dude, but I mean, yeah, it's just it needs some work. Hell and Jean, they are really good tanks, but I think Hell would have to run since she's easily the best runner, and that severely hurts their tanking power.
Yep.
And I don't know if Jean can like carry the whole team by himself. So yeah.
Yeah, this team's weird because Angel, Jean, and Scullin play matchmaking all the time together, so the chemistry will be there. And I haven't seen much of Lunar Panda in the customs, but who's gonna run for this team? I don't know. You don't know. No one knows. We just won a Halo 4 tournament though, so.
This ain't Halo 4.
Yeah, it's Halo Reach where you trade everything. Great game.
Exactly.
Right. For me, I have Beer, which is Solace, Rick, Silly Kids, and Ada Hilly. Solace and Rick are H4 guys, so that's why they've been drafting earlier in the captain pool. But I haven't seen Silly play yet. He was okay in Halo 4, and I hear he's a lot better at Reach. So
when we scrimmed yesterday against a very stacked team, and we won with him replacing Aware. He was a surprisingly good player. It was a pleasant surprise.
Really? Okay.
He's pretty solid. This where he went drafting wise was fair.
Gotcha. That's some good info. And for Ada Hilly, I mean, I haven't seen her play in a year. She was always good at Reach, though. I just don't see this team meshing well. The only chemistry you got here is Rick and Solace.
And it's the wrong game.
Yeah, it's the wrong game. So, yeah. Good luck, guys.
I have baked potatoes here at 9th. So I did get to play a night with Dylan, and he's a beast. Definitely deserving of going first overall in this pool. I was very impressed in the short time I played with him. Mav is Mav. He's just gonna be there and be your fourth. Mealy and Yakin I played with for the first time in customs this week, and I named this team Baked Potatoes for a reason.
That's all we got to say about that one.
Sorry, boys. Prove me
Alright.
wrong.
Prove us wrong. Prove Rage wrong.
Oh, I mean, you put them lower than I did.
I don't know them.
Okay.
Mm.
Right. Well, Rain, I imagine does because we haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, Rain's got that insight
yeah,
as we learned
dude.
earlier.
There we go.
Dude, I know everyone in this fucking pool. It's crazy.
Hey, all right. Next one up. Rain has Wash Squad. Lux and I both have Mount Griffmore.
I want to know about this Watch Squad pick because Sab's heated.
Yeah, this is crazy disrespectful to Wash Squad given Sab and God Snipes. Not to mention how disrespectful it was that they're drafting this far up. I would have put them 2 or 3 further back. I don't know what you guys are on.
Well,
Sab is a stud
man.
is a god at everything, and God Snipes has been a phenomenal tank since in the recent year. And then Lightsaber started on Reach. He's completely washed, and that's not going to change. And then Moldy is Moldy. What the fuck?
About him putting at 8 or
right
let's hear the hate.
Sab is washed.
Damn!
He's so bad at Reach.
Damn!
Nah, fucking Papa Viper? Damn, that kid's trash.
Damn!
And then Lightsaber's the only one I respect on that team.
What the fuck is happening?
4G1B. 4G1B.
What is happening?
Nah, I'm kidding mostly. I mean, me and Sab are cool, but like, I gotta be real. Like, Sab, he doesn't have that much experience in customs as of late.
When has that ever mattered to Sab?
Multiple times that I've taken team up with him, so yes. And then God Sniper, that's such a, I hate that gamer tag. Dude, you're Papa Viper, alright. Papa, he even admitted himself in the fucking chat that he's washed. He's so bad at Reach. I agree, 100%.
He is. He should change his gamer tag to Daddy Viper, as is now accurate and appropriate.
Dude, yeah. What the fuck? I agree.
We need a game.
Lightsaber, I mean, dude, I have so much respect for him. My first captain ever. Back on Reach in his prime. He was a nasty tank, dude. Nasty tank.
Lightsaber's a good.
But now, yes.
It's only about 8 years out of practice.
Yeah, so if Lightsaber were to somehow miraculously get back to his prime, tanking-wise, this team could go far. But I don't see that happening. Moldy, nothing but love, dude. I don't believe in you. Prove me wrong. That's it.
I remember seeing Rage's write-ups, and he says something like, Moldy holds the line. Always love Moldy.
I really just couldn't come up with anything to say, and I didn't want to exclude him, so I just put that. I
scrimmed this team, and it was a pretty bad beatdown, mostly because I don't think they know who wants to run the ball. It's a very tough situation.
That is a good question. Who should run the ball?
Sab, but he's the best tank.
No, so Sab cannot run the ball.
You're losing one or the other.
Lightsaber should run the ball.
You think so?
What?
Yeah.
I guess so, man. I mean, he's washed as a tank, right? So.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen Moldy run the ball. I'm not gonna put the ball in Moldy's hands, unless Moldy comes out of nowhere and decides he's gonna be a great runner. But it has to be Lightsaber or Moldy, and Lightsaber's got at least a lot of reach experience. So yeah, I think it'd be fine.
But dude, that experience is tanking for True Flying Cow. I don't think he's ever ran the bomb in a single game.
Yeah, he's watched True Flying Cow do it for God knows how long. He can figure it out.
Watch and learn.
My God. Jeez.
It's not hard to just hold the ball in this game. It's hard to be a great runner in this game because there's just way more to it. But it's not hard to just hide behind tanks.
True. And if you got Sab snipes and hopefully Moldy shows up.
Look, just don't cross the plate.
You got a shot.
Wait, what if Moldy ran and then you have Lightsaber tanking potentially well?
Then I hope Moldy's really good.
Weird team. Also a lot of experience in this team, but we'll see. Okay.
I was gonna say Lightsaber is US West and Moldy is North Central. Moldy's North Central. If he leeches off this, then yeah, Saber should run.
Okay.
It'll be on the fly thing.
Yeah, I had them a lot higher, but we'll see.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
Anyway, Mount Griffmore. Who was that again?
Laser Winds, InfiniteRain, K-God Online,
Hey, what's
and
Oh
up?
yeah,
Leonapi.
I just subbed for this team in place of K God. I defined them as a last place team when the vibes I got playing with them. We beat your team, despite you guys claiming lag. I
So
tanked
laggy.
through you guys, which was really bad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna blame the server on that one.
And you know, I will accept that because having come back to Reach, I have not gotten a single hammer stop up until that game, and then I got like 6 of them. It definitely felt different. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there. I will not give Mount Grifford the benefit of the doubt otherwise. The positioning on this team was very frustrating.
Yeah.
There were a lot of betrayals. And if I'm not on that team, I really felt, even with the lag, you guys walked through them tanking wise. Kevin's a solid player, but I also see him as a running focused playmaker.
Yep.
So I don't know how much of a tanking line he's going to be able to hold. So I tanking wise, I feel like this team is heavily handicapped, and that will be their downfall.
I agree with everything you just said. They could have Laser run the ball. It's an opportunity. I know he was holding it for a little bit.
Yeah, we were kind of passing it back and forth on whoever got it in that game. I just know that when I was running it, I felt constantly under pressure and having to scramble.
This team's weird, man, because like I don't even know who Leonapi is, but he was playing fine in the scrims.
Rain, you want to defend your team, or can we just call them trash and move on?
I will hold my tongue.
Yeah. All right.
Probably good. All right.
7.
Next up, our 7 teams. Rain has finally put in baked potatoes. Lux has included Wash Squad, and I have beer. So I guess you guys have already talked about. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Do you have comments on baked potatoes?
You know something.
Wait, what's that team? It's
That's Mealy Kitten. Is it Yakin? Is that
okay.
how you pronounce his name?
I
Yakin.
don't fucking know.
Okay.
Yakin.
And Dylan.
I say
Dylan,
Yakin.
their best player. It the way it's spelled makes me say Yakin. But I that sounds wrong. Yakin sounds better.
Some people call him Yakin Bacon.
That's much better.
I am not one of those people. I will not do that. But
But you call him a
okay.
potato. Wait, no, that was
baked
Rich.
potato?
I called them.
Okay.
I called them potatoes.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's what we're going with. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is the one team that I had like the hardest time placing because I mean, individually, Mealy, Yakin, and Dylan, they're like great players. I guess the one thing that I wasn't sure about was their team chemistry. So if they were to get that down, top 3, no doubt. Mav,
Wow.
as much as he claims that he's trolling in customs and that he's not a runner, lie. He should be the one running for this team. The tanking power of Dylan, Yakin, and Mealy, that could potentially be scary if they get down the chemistry, their spacing, and all that shit. So I don't know. We'll see.
A lot of faith in that team, man.
Probably our biggest differing opinions there.
Yeah, I just don't see it.
Yeah, we have them lower. Lex, you put Wash Squad. We kind of just defended the shit out of them a minute ago, so we can go past that.
No, I played this team recently in a scrim, and it was just a bunch of 5-0s pretty quickly. I mean, pre-scrim, I'd probably have them like top 5, top 4. But who's going to run the ball for this team? Like, that was their biggest issue. I think they did have Sab running the ball in the scrims.
That's their big mistake. Sab should not be running the ball. Once they figure that out, they'll be fine.
Yep.
Nah, Sab should run.
No, you cannot take the strength of your all-star tanking duo and then not have a tanking duo. You should run with that. That's the highest potential this team has.
Damn, you want him to lose? That's crazy.
We can argue about this all day.
Yeah, we could. I put beer here. That was Rick and Saul's team. So yeah, basically similar things to what you said, Lux. This is a Halo 4 team. In the wrong game. That's not to say that they can't adjust. Solace is just naturally good at games, so he should be able to figure it out if he cares to put the time in.
That's true.
Whether he bothers to do that or not is up to him. And then I mentioned that I was impressed with the way Silly Kids played earlier. So, yeah, he could be the X factor needed for this team. Actually, I take that back. he's not going to be the X factor. It's going to come down to this if Rick and Saul suggest or not. Because Silly Kids is could end up being the best player on that team, in the tournament. And then Adili's the fourth. I have no comments.
I'd love to see that. All right, number 6.
Next. All right. First placement. Wait, Dab's team? Yeah, Dab's team. Oh no, wait. Somebody had him. Oh no, that's right. Rain had them way down there.
Rain put him at number 10.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, dude. Rain had beer here, and then I had hammers and roses. So Rain, beer. Similar comments to what I said just a moment ago.
Yep.
Rain. Fucking idiot. All right, well, he figures out how to get back into the call. Well, he's still here. He's just not talking. Lux comments on Dab's team. He wanted to defend and why. Yeah. No, on Dab's team. Defend them why they're not 10th.
Okay. Dab's team has the most experience ever. You got Dab, a great runner on any game. Fancy as pants, one of the best reach tanks to ever touch the game. Mr. Cold. That's Mr. Cold, baby. Like, you're not going to lose to this team. And you got Noplex coming back. This is the most veteran team out there. I mean, if they play customs, they're going to be good. If they don't play customs...
I have them higher, too, because everyone always disrespects Noplex on the court.
I love Noplex.
It kind of bothers me. I know, Noplex is great. Stop hating. Miss, I feel like his playstyle might actually mesh really well with Reach. Although, what did not enjoy Halo 3, so that actually may not be fairly accurate. So, definitely the biggest wild card in the team there.
Yep.
But yeah, Fancy is going to be able to hold the tank in line because he's Fancy. He's got all kinds of experience and a quality tank on the roster. And then if you say Dab is a stud runner, then that's kind of something they really need to excel. So all eyes on Dab. If he's going to turn that around. Who'd I put? Hammers and Roses? Here we go. Oh yeah, so Hell's Angels team and Genesiology.
Yep.
I've never seen Hell's Angel play Reach. I've never played in a game. So I can't really say too much. I'm very surprised to see how high they were ranked here. On the captain's list. So I'll assume there's just a whole lot more to it, and not assume F tier like I've assumed everything else. Genesiology just reminds me of Insightful, solid tank but one-dimensional and otherwise flawed for the rest with other aspects of the game. But in a pool like this and these single-day tournaments, those kinds of players, their value is inflated, so could put up some huge numbers. But when it comes down to being a complete player, I think there's flaws that will be the downfall of the team.
Yep.
And then Skull and Lunar Panda.
Haven't seen too much yet.
Yeah, they're just kind of there.
They're just kind of there. Gene dropped like a 1.2 KD on my team in Halo 4, and they don't even play the games, so.
Judah did the same thing.
This is true.
like a year ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
On paper, honestly, it looks better at Halo 4 than Reach, which doesn't make sense, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Rain, are you back now?
Rain?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Talk about beer. I defended them just a minute ago. Comments.
Wait, let me see. What team is that? That's
Solace.
That's Rick and Solace.
Oh, okay, yeah, that team. Hold up. My phone's acting up a little bit right now. Let's see.
It is Rick, Solace, Silly Kids, and Adili.
Yeah, there we go.
Also known as Adil.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay, I will say a dildo then. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you guys said before. If this was Halo 4, they'd be placed way higher, no doubt about that. I don't know, from what I've seen from Solace, specifically him on Reach Customs, he's really good at the game. He has good awareness, a really nasty sword, a fantastic runner. I'm gonna give him that. That was a surprise. So I'm gonna trust in him to be the anchor for this team. Sublime, he's a really good tank, so he'll do what he's always been doing in whatever game he plays. Silly Kids, like you guys said, he's a really good player, probably one of the best surprises of the whole tourney.
Agreed.
And then Adildo, from what I've seen, she has a pretty good sword. So if anything, I see this team having really good defense with swords. I'm gonna trust Solace to run and break ankles based off the low awareness of these other non-experienced teams. So they could be placed higher potentially. We'll see.
All right, next. All right. We have 2 appearances of reverse sweepers, which is somewhere on here. Who is that? Oh, that's Imperative. That's Imperative's team. I had them way lower. And then I had like Clockwork. I had Lux's team. I have food arriving, so I'm gonna go get that. You guys resume here.
All right. So Rage doesn't know what he's talking about. He hasn't seen all these Reach kids play. All right. He's got him down to number 10. All right. We got him at number 5 for a reason. Frenzy's a great Reach guy. He's also known as coach nowadays. Frenzy's a great player. Simple as that. And what do you think about Reels? Because we haven't seen Reels play much League recently, but I've seen him play.
Dude. Reels, I have him as the second best Reach runner right now, only behind Demon.
Gotcha.
For good reason, just because he knows how to position himself well behind his tanks.
Yep.
He can punch pretty much every sword launch that comes his way, so if it's a game of attrition, I'm kind of putting a lot of faith in Imperative, Finesse, and Mercy.
All right, I'm back.
To find a weakness in the other team's lineup, and Reels will just capitalize on that.
Yeah.
So pretty much the only reason I place him this high is because of Reels by himself. He's the sole reason.
Yeah, that's completely
so you guys have a lot of very high expectations of Reels. Then is what I'm getting on.
I do. I've even seen Finesse play too, and he didn't pop off like I thought he was going to, but I think Tourney Day, he'll come through. And Mercy's a great player. I'm surprised he went that far down. But, we haven't seen some of these players too much, so it's hard to make an accurate judgment.
Yeah, that's why
another thing you have to keep in mind, too, is that some of these customs that we play, they're not always going to try. I mean, they could just be fucking around. I mean, I know I fuck around a lot. So.
Sounds like a bad work ethic. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to negative qualities. Don't mind me going for 5-second average life less.
Yeah, it's called hiding your true powers.
Well, speaking of can't judge people on customs, then I have like Clockwork here. Lux, I have your team.
Hey, dude.
So again, I just scrimmed against your team, and I beat you with Rain's team, who I had to rank pretty low.
Yep.
I was not impressed. All I hear is that you keep 5-0ing everybody else, but I did not get to witness that those abilities. So
Okay. You'll see.
yeah. So similar thing with Insightful as I did with Genesiology. Great tank, but very one-dimensional. The betrayals were rampant, and defense spotty. So flaws. You're a great player. I won't trash on you too much because I do that all the time anyway. But then that Unbest and Zelenthia.
Yep.
I did not feel very impactful in the game. It felt like a 2v4, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, those games are probably a very weird showcase of what we can do, but
No, don't defend your team. I didn't defend my team. Stop.
Well, I've played your third and fourth and other customs too.
Fucking suck, dude. No, we're out of the story.
Nothing's really changed. No opinions are changing there. So
one
of them has got to step up and be a stud third. Otherwise, you guys are going to get outmatched by one of the better balanced teams.
Yeah, I agree with all that.
All right. Into our top 4s.
I'm okay with top 5.
All right, another appearance by Lack Clockwork for Rain. Lux has Hammers and Roses, and I have Napstein.
All right, yeah. All right, I'll talk about Lux's team.
Be as honest as you can, dude. Let me know.
For sure. Yeah, I agree with Rage. I mean, Lux, he is pretty much the best player on that team. Definitely one of the most improved players all around, especially when it comes to reach.
Crazy what happens when you turn 18.
There you go. And his balls drop.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, you were fucking 8 years old when you joined the league. I just thought about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was yeah, it's crazy to think about. I don't even know how I found this game. What was
You
I
got
doing?
stat pad.
Halo 2 is older than him.
I was writing
Did I
cursive. I was
Did I
writing
stat pad
cursive.
you?
Did you stat
Did I
pad
ever
me?
stat? Yeah. Did I
I,
ever stat pad you?
I was probably stat
Sure.
padding you, dude.
What?
No,
I
No
was I was
fucking
I
way.
was spawn jumping everyone at 9 years old. Then I
at 9 years old, you discovered 4 guys 1 ball, just wanted to be us, and just ignored all aspects of tanking in the game, and just went for shotguns the entire
still
time.
want to
That's why
shit.
we loved you. But oh my god, were you a black hole on the tanking line? Things have significantly changed in recent years, which I'm happy to see because now you're playable.
Yeah, I mean he
kills
kind
it
of goes for
kills it for
shotguns.
pussies.
I mean that's a trademark of this team. They're gonna be going for plays, launches, passes, all that shit. Which most people would assume you can't really do on Reach. Nah, it's
No,
possible.
you can. You'd be
It's
surprised.
all kinds of goofy, stupid shit. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Remember reach.
But yeah, I mean Dragon's the anchor of this team easily. His duo, I mean, yeah, he's kind of hit or miss. I mean, it really depends on whether he's going to show up on Sunday. If he does show up, then this team will be pretty dangerous. And
Is he prone to no showing?
No, he meant like if he's gonna play good or not.
Oh,
yeah, like
Better
he's gonna
fucking.
show.
He
I was
better
gonna
fucking
say.
show.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
he's actually gonna not suck ass. And then yeah, with Zell and Umbez, yeah, I have no real opinion. I mean, they were just there. But I mean, they do have time to improve, maybe. So who knows? They could go higher, maybe. We'll see. But we did beat them, like Rage said. So
It is true.
There's gonna be a lot of synergy needed on this team to excel. The sum of the parts is would not be enough.
I agree. We have 3 days.
All right, Lux, you had Hammers and Roses, which was
Gene
Hell's Angel. Yep.
and Hell's Angel. Yeah. So Angel and Gene, that duo is one of the scariest tanking duos I think on the draft board. They probably have more hours in matchmaking than probably us 3 combined. Like honestly, like that.
That's
could
fine, but I mean it's matchmaking, so you can only get so good playing matchmaking. You're playing against
This is true.
trash
This is true.
all day long.
But they've been playing in customs. They've been going positive every game. I don't know who's going to run the ball in this team. Scotland's a great player. Luna Panda, I mean, I haven't seen him play much, but he's probably going to sword trade everything. Once you find out who the runner is on this team and you have the other 3 just tank it out, this team seems very solid.
When in doubt, your 4th player.
When in doubt, your 4th player. Panda's up. And we got Dab's team making the top 4.
Yeah, who's Dab's team? Oh yeah, because I mean, again, it's just a whole lot of experience on there. Dab's got a very high ceiling as a player. And then I just have high opinions of Mist and Noplex, and especially Noplex. Him going this late was disrespectful for the most part. So yeah, respect to the experience and to the veterans.
Yeah.
When there is a pool of about 50% of which I have limited to no experience with, and about 25% I've never heard of. Yeah, I'm gonna favor the players who I do know what to expect out of them. So.
Yep, that's logical. All right.
Yeah, safe place. All right, we are now into our top 3. With that, the first appearance of Outperform Us. That is my team. Hooray! Also, the first appearances of Massive Betrayal for me on my and Lux's rankings. So, Rain, why do you have my team outside the top 2?
I mean, it's all Boss Tycoon. Honestly, it's his fault.
That is 100% fair. That is totally fair.
The boss curse.
When we were drafting, I messaged Galp. I said, "Look, I'm down with Boss, but you better make sure he if you can DM him, make sure he's even gonna show up. That would be great. Because if we were to get him and then he decided no, we're like, oh, I forgot, I have to work that day. I would not even have been surprised. So I needed that assurance that he would even show up before we drafted him.
Yeah, I mean, even that aside, I mean, he's honestly one of the most inconsistent players I know.
Fair.
Because, I mean, if he plays well, then yeah, that's a solid ass pick. No doubt about that. But if he doesn't, shit, I feel bad for Aware. He's gonna have to like pick up a lot of the slack for sure. And I mean, Galvin, I fucking hate giving him praise, but I mean, the dude knows how to play Reach. He's a good player. Really fucking good tank. Sword, he can run. So that'll provide a lot of relief for Rage to just do his Rage thing. So yeah.
What's my Rage thing?
I'm not going to go into detail. Lux, what about you?
Yeah, I think Boss being on Rage's team will make Boss play better. That's all I gotta say.
He's really happy. I can tell you that. He's very happy to be on this team.
I'm happy for him. Maybe the
I think he's happy. I think he's happy that he knows he is the distant third on the squad, and that there's this very little pressure on him to carry or anything, or like be the guy to get the win, and he can just do his thing, and trust that me and Gal do our thing. So I think it's one of those things where you take the pressure off of him, you get him in a position where he's very happy and willing to put in the time and effort. Might get the best out of him. At the same time, he is still Boss Tycoon and he is cursed, and until we break that curse, there is always that looming over our heads.
It's true. November 6th, watch the curse possibly be lifted. It might be a holiday. It could turn out into a holiday if he wins. If you guys win.
We could. It can be like a little thing inside the servers. 12 or yeah, at least like 12 years in the making. All right, so you and I both have Massive Betrayal here at third. That is Star's team, with Vile, aka Wrecking Nerds, I believe, and then Jaga and Ms. KC14, I guess is how you pronounce Ms. Whatever that gamer tag's supposed to be.
That's a good attempt. I just call her MZ. Cause
you could just also say that's Nox's sister, not Noctone.
Oh yeah, Noctone and her are related.
Oh, I just want to call them Ms. So
okay, yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
So this team's interesting because Wrecking Nerds hasn't played in a while. I haven't seen Jaga play in a while. Star barely plays, and MZ was playing fine in the customs, to be honest. I mean, the tank and power on this team is going to be one of the strongest we'll ever see on any of these squads. You're probably going to have Wrecking Nerds run the ball, right? So.
Well, he ran it with Galv in the Reach tournament that I did a while back, and they basically ran through the entire tournament. So you replace Galv with Star.
Yeah.
Then I think you're doing fine. Obviously, it's a downgrade, but Star is still one hell of a Reach player. So this team is up here for a very good reason. Very high potential here. Oh, yeah. I think they got a very great pick getting Jaga this far deep into a fairly shallow pool. How much time and effort he puts into it is to be determined, but he's got the time, he's got the experience, and he's a quality player. So I think he fits really well as a third. And then Miz, I've never played, so no opinions at all.
Yep, makes sense. A bunch of Reach kids, it'll be fun.
Yep,
it'll be fun.
Into our top 2. So now Rain has Massive Betrayal here. So Massive Betrayal stuck in the 2s and 3s. We get the first appearance of Costco Glizzy Combo. What a stupid name. And then I have Wash Squad with everyone else having them distantly lower. So
wow,
Rain, your comments on Massive Betrayal?
Yeah, I mean, I do have a little more faith in them than your team Rage. No offense. Actually, full offense. Yeah, just Vile and Star and Jaga and Miz. I mean, yeah, that lineup is like one of the best tanking lineups of the whole fucking thing. Miz, I mean, from what I've seen from her, she's actually picking up the game a lot faster than her brother. And she's actually solid when she wants to try. So I have a lot of faith in her. And that says a lot. When your fourth is doing that well, I mean, that can only prove to be beneficial for the team as a whole. Jaga, solid as tank. Star, he knows when to capitalize on teams fucking up and making the push in for his runner. So Star's good on that. And then, yeah, I mean, this team is pretty scary. Just like I said before, I mean, it's a toss-up. Like, any of the top 6 teams can, like, be top 1. It just depends on who shows up, So we'll see.
Yeah.
I will say this team, I do get very similar vibes to that team, to my team, where we have our big lead tank between Star and Galv, and then the big number 2 runner / hybrid, and me and Wrecking Nerds. Jaga and Boss are both kind of wild cards who are the experienced players, but we don't know what to expect out of them. if we match up, it very could come down to who's a more impactful player between Miz and Aware. That's very interesting to see.
My money's on Miz. We'll see.
Lux, I've already made comments on Wash before. I've defended them already. I have them really high. Even looking at it now, might be a little high, but I have faith in the gods. But our first taste of Ace's team, Lux, why do you not have them first, and why are you disrespecting the Gaze?
I just scrimmed them. Demon's
yeah, fair.
Demon's running the ball. All right, so when you got Demon running the ball, you're gonna lose.
Why is Demon running the ball?
Because every time he loses, he's like, we gotta hold the ball more. So now he's holding the ball more.
Okay, well, that's a huge mistake. Demon should not be doing that. That takes away the benefit of having arguably. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and say the best tanking duo in the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't do that. No, Tommy or E-Jolts can. I don't know E-Jolts very well. Tommy or E-Jolts, one of them is just gonna have to hold the ball and hide behind Ace and Demon. If you don't have them both tanking, that defeats the whole purpose of the duo.
Yeah, that's actually why you guys drafted before them, because you're probably gonna run the ball. Even if you don't, you're not gonna be as good as Ace and Demon, you and Galv, probably. So.
Well, I feel I'm more impactful with the ball than as a tank, and having the benefit of Galv on the team, I'm always gonna have some space to work with. And in tournaments like these, there's lots of holes to expose.
This is true. Also, wait, do we really want to have all of our number ones be Costco Glizzy combo? You know how this?
That's fair. It's a horrible team name.
This team name came about because of Demon and Tommy, and I basically asked Ace. I was like, "Yo, you're the other captain. You can overturn this team name. Do you have anything else?" And he was like, "Man, I'm doing what the team wants." I was like, "Fuck."
Yikes. Oh, so back on the runner comment. Demon's the last person on this team who should be running the ball. If you're gonna have one of your top two tanks to run the ball, it should be Ace anyway. Ace is a better runner.
Damn. Now Demon's got to prove himself. Joel's can run the ball, or Tommy could, but
Demon should not be running the ball. Period.
Demon needs to trust his boys. I can run the ball because I'm not as good as a tank as Demon. But
no, agree. In fact, you're almost more impactful on the tanking line with the ball and punching.
It's true.
Almost. But it's risky. Okay. On to our number ones. So, well, we only saw Costco Lizzie combo one so far. So me and Rain got them both number one, and then you put my team first.
Yeah, dude, I had to. I'm trying to break this curse. I'm trying to break the boss curse. I got to do it.
Damn, the faith. Well, I don't want to say faith. The hope. It's hope. It's optimism.
Yep.
All right, Rain. Let's go ahead and compliment Ace for about 5 minutes. What do you got?
Dude, I'm not doing that. We've talked about Ace too much. Ace, if you're listening to this by any chance, dude, you're Ace. I love you. That's all. Okay, anyway. Demon, I've been hearing you guys talk about him, and like honestly, in my opinion, he is the best runner on Reach. And
I feel disrespected.
Granted, hey. I have not seen these scrims that Lux is talking about, so I don't know. But from what I've seen in like regular customs with sweaty ass fucking lobbies, yeah, the dude is just disrespectful with the bomb. He knows how to break ankles. He can punch everything. He's stupid. He's dumb. I should have fucking just banned him. In my opinion, he's too good. He's like the best runner I've seen since Titan Man or fucking Uglov, in my opinion. So, wow. But I see the downside about him running too, because he is a really good tank. So if you have him run, that does lower this team's lethalness. So yeah, I don't know. It's tough. On paper, I have him as number one, but I haven't scrimmed him. So that's as far as I'll say. With Tommy and E-Jolts, I mean, Tommy's a really good tank from what I've seen. E-Jolts, he just kind of stands there. He's like really passive, a little too passive for my liking. So.
Oh yeah, my favorite kind of player to go against.
Yeah. So I don't know. On paper, I have him number one. Until I actually see them perform, that could easily change. But yeah.
I feel bad being the only one not putting Ace at number one, but.
Well, like you said, you're just trying. You don't want to see that name at the top because it's so god awful. So.
Costco Someone's got to tell me this. Like, how did
so let's go
happen?
through this real quick. So we all agree Costco Lizzie Combo is a horrible team name, probably the worst on the board.
It's probably the
best? What is the best team name on the board?
And like, what makes a good team name?
Well, I'm going with baked potatoes because I feel it represents the team and it's funny.
I think you're just saying that because you made the team name.
Exactly. I would have put Chubby T-Rex pretty high up there too.
No.
Stupid Gav. Yeah, Gav went with like the bold way, like outperform us. Like, dude, come on.
Yeah, that's like a. You can tell he was sweating when he was making that team name. He was probably hyping himself up when he said it too. It's whatever. It's whatever.
We haven't talked about Gav much, have we?
I feel like Gav, when he like looks in the mirror and he just like fucking hypes himself up for like 5 minutes straight.
He's like, I'm gonna kick ass today, dude. Gav,
it works though. I mean, on the court, Gav is probably the best reach player.
Yeah, probably the best reach player right now.
Outside of base, of course. Obviously, outside of base.
Outside of base.
Otherwise, yeah, he just has so much dominance over the court. I'm so happy I get to see him with him finally.
Yep.
Never get to see him.
Oh yeah. Let me talk about why I actually have you guys at number 1 though, real quick.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Aware of the sword is going to be tough. Boss could probably be like the best pick in the pool if he gets good and plays customs, and I think he's been trying to play customs, and you're running the ball and Gallup tanking. I mean, this is probably the best lineup. This team has experience. This team has Gallup who plays customs every day. This team has you. I mean,
very well balanced.
There's not one bad thing about this team besides the curse.
Yeah, the curse. We cannot never underestimate the power of the curse, but it's got to end eventually, right? Boss cannot play 14 years of grip ball and just straight up never win anything. That's just. I mean, come on. That's impossible. There's no way that happens.
I think this is. I mean, obviously, my team's gonna win, but like, if Boss was gonna win, it was gonna be in this tournament because Halo Infinite's around the corner. It's just perfect timing. Infinite 4 just to say. Sorry.
Didn't Boss win like an NGA or like an IGL season?
He's won GGL and I think he won an IGL, but who cares?
Hey, that's something.
No one cares.
Yeah.
Sorry, Boss. No one cares.
Hey, Boss cares. Don't hurt his feelings.
No, he accepts who he is right now. Okay, here's a question. We didn't put this on the board, but if we were to rank our teams, where would we put them?
Oh God. Okay, I'll go first.
Well, you just said you think your team would win, so you'd put yourself number 1, right?
I will always put my teams at number 1 because that's just how I see life. But if let's say I'm an outsider and I play customs with all these people, I would probably put myself at number 2 or 3, maybe 3.
Wow. Okay.
I think the game you just saw of us was a fluke, and I know that's like a bitch thing to say, but
no, like I said, I will fully accept that the server was wonky in that game simply because I have never gotten hammer stops until that game, and I got a bunch of them. The server was definitely different. It felt off. It was in my benefit, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would put my team 2, out of respect to Ace.
Yep. Rain?
I feel like in my rankings, I was as objective as it could possibly be. I put us at number 4, just because, we definitely got to work on team chemistry, but
May not be.
I have a lot of faith to get up there. So yeah, number 4.
You're a goat, bro. Number 4 is great.
Yeah.
You and K got together. It's gonna be nice to watch.
All about Rain, you can use a hammer, or are you just gonna sort it up like you do customs?
Yeah, what's going on, dude? You gotta stop. Put the sword away.
Dude, my sword is legendary. That's why.
I know. That's why I said. That's why I said you're sword heavy, but someone has to be a lead tank on that team.
Dude,
it's not gonna
he is the lead tank.
It's not going to be laser or lane. Your sword tank cannot be your lead tank.
I just went positive 20 in the last custom we played with hammer. What do you mean?
But you played Trash Kids.
Damn, Lux. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Yeah.
I went like plus 30 in that game. I should not be going plus 30 using straight hammer. And I didn't even use a sword. And that team does not. And Lux, your team does not know how to play against swords. You probably would have gone more positive if you use a sword.
I'm gonna flex a little bit. So like being the best Halo 5 tank and 4, That'll translate over to
Handful?
Reach.
Reaching a little bit there.
Yeah,
You're not the
I
best
said
Halo
it.
4 tank.
Have you heard of
Yeah.
Ironbound Moon?
Shut
Who?
up. You did not just include him in this.
He's everywhere.
This kid.
He's actually in
But
this
no.
draft sheet. We just don't know it.
He's probably a lame puppy, honestly.
God
Oh,
damn it.
Ironbound Moon is lane? No, impossible. Lane Puppy is not straight potato.
What's that?
If Ironbound Moon was in this pool, Lux would have just removed him under the assumption he was not going to get picked.
I picked him up if we had like five people for a team.
Who went undrafted?
With Your Girl, Romeo,
Squirrel
and
Burrito.
Squirrel Burrito, yeah.
Squirrel Burrito, who has not played in probably 8 years. Romeo, who is EU, and With Your Girl, who is one step above Ironbound Moon. Fair.
Nice.
I feel bad because had I been a team captain, they would have been picked up. But yeah,
How do you feel about Laser picking you as your? Is that what happened?
yeah, I'm the number 1 draft pick, bitch.
Number 1
I feel
Reach
great about it.
player? Yeah.
Yep. I feel
That's
good
you.
about
Laser pick. Oh well, Laser probably doesn't know fancy. Okay.
it. Okay.
You just laugh.
He took offense to that. And I took that personally.
Brain.
Yes,
There's
very.
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. With being worse than fancy. I think you're just not understanding how important it is that you need to be as impactful you are with the sword with your hammer, and I just think you're not.
What about this? I use both of them at the same time.
At the same time,
Like
I would love to
dual?
see
Yeah.
it. Teach me your secrets.
Dude, you'll see it Sunday. You'll see.
Now I'm concerned.
Just let him do his thing, and then when we're playing in the winners bracket finals, we'll see him make a little run in the losers bracket before having to face one of us again.
Yep.
And win it all. Yep.
How's it? Oh, so while we're at it, how are the seeds being determined? Are they random?
No, so last time we did, I believe it was last 4 captains got a bye. No, it was last 3 captains, but we're probably going to do the first 4 duos get a bye, because in the duo system, the worst captains just are at a more disadvantage.
At a big disadvantage. Yep,
Yeah.
totally fair.
So I
I'm
think it's
honestly,
reasonable.
I'm amazed that we even managed to get it. Get the duos to make it work.
Yep, I had to. You can ask Rain. I probably asked him like 12 different times in the span of 2 days to captain.
It looked really bad.
Dude,
It was like early on. It was looking really bad.
I was gonna mute you with like how much you begged me.
We had to have like this whole discussion on if duos were intended for this, if they could work like this. I mean, you asked me, how is this like straight up? No, they were meant. They were never meant
like
for this.
5 to 6 teams, like top 10 players only.
All things considered, I think it worked out. We'll see you in the event.
We're gonna be okay.
It's a free tournament. Everyone can shut up and stop complaining.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
It's free, guys.
Just costs you a Sunday.
Yeah, just football Sunday and yeah.
I'll have red zone out. I'm not going to pay complete attention to them until like 3 rounds in. You know.
When you're on Costco Glizzy combo, nothing can go wrong.
It's true. Can we change that team name?
I tried to, man, but
It's your bracket. Just change it. Call him something different.
Tommy will not let me.
What do you mean? Tommy won't let you.
You know how, like,
Tommy is the decision maker here.
Tommy sees everything. I mean, I'm just glad he signed up for this one. I'm glad to see him here. I love Tommy.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
just let it go.
seeing Ace be silent and then Costco Glizzy combo right above his name is pretty funny. So, okay, we'll keep it.
Okay. I have no more comments.
I think we did good.
Me too.
Redacted. Across 11. I mean, haven't seen you guys play, and Dab's team at 10. Baked potato, like, you know.
If we were to say who the best and worst picks of the draft were, I'd probably put Soulbenders as the worst, just because I don't know who they are. So, going number 2 overall is a huge fucking risk.
Soulbenders was a duo. He actually was a duo. So.
Oh, okay. Then they put Human Kite first. I would still put that as the worst pick in the draft because it's literally the same exact scenario.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
That looks like it looks like a Microsoft tag and Microsoft tag players are usually available in the next round. If they did not pick Human Kite there, Rain, you said you know who they are. Would they have been available there in the next round?
No.
What?
Really? Who's
Yeah.
taking them?
Honestly, I
Rain's
could
like, I'm taking
see.
them.
No, I mean, I could have easily have seen Escape doing that, but I could also see fucking Galvin, maybe Star, just because there's history there.
Wow.
Okay.
We're seeing, man. We're gonna have live stats, by the way. So.
Live stats.
Yeah.
Got Ace
I won
Vents setting up the bot.
Yep.
I like
Ace Vents and
stats.
RTG. Yeah, stats are
I
cool.
won the most.
Doing
I
all
won
the
most
work.
positive in the last event. So
You went the most positive in the last event?
yeah.
No, you didn't.
Well,
Oh,
if
it
you
was Halo.
factor
It
in,
was Halo 4.
if you factor in, because I only played the least amount of games. Had I played the same number of games, I would have been so.
Oh, so you didn't go the most positive. You had the highest KD.
But if we're being honest,
Wait, no. Nah, I'm looking at this right now. But
I mean, you were a top 3 tank in Halo 4. So
Galf had a higher KD
Yeah,
than you. I had a higher
supposedly,
KD than you.
but he played
Yeah,
more games. So.
Gingy was better than you back in the day.
Okay, good.
The highest spread was Ace Be Silent with 181.
What a
With
shocker!
like 10 games.
Yeah, but he also
Yeah.
had the same ratio as you though.
Ooh, who had
With
the better
only 4 games.
Who had the better per minute stat? Actually, no, I don't want to use that because that's skewed by sample size.
Yeah.
When in doubt, Ace wins.
Who was the most efficient player? That was me, of course.
What does that even mean?
It just means you're perfect, just like me.
How can you say you're the most efficient player in a game that is so not stat dependent?
Cause I won.
Okay.
No, correction. Hell and Gene won. You were just there.
That's disrespectful.
That sounds disrespectful. I didn't even watch a tournament, and I know that's not true.
Here, let's look at the player grades.
Those two.
Yeah, S.
Goddamn, they're so
Don't
good.
pull up player grades in a Halo 4 tournament like
Player-
they mean anything.
Grades, baby. Player grades.
Fucker is over here talking about stats like we're doing baseball, but it's actually we're playing basketball.
I love that.
Stats are fun. Stats are a lot of fun. They are not a true telling of things. They can be in some scenarios.
That is definitely an opinion of all time.
Stats are fun.
Who do you think's gonna have the highest KD in this Reach tourney?
Galv.
Me by far.
Galv. 100% Galv. Because Galv's not only the best tank on there, he's got me, and I'm literally the sheep herder. I'm gonna herd people into him all tournament long. He's just gonna leech off of people, and he's gonna obliterate them. He's 100%. You can hear the strat. It doesn't matter. You can't stop it.
I will.
Wow.
That's always been my strat.
Rain.
I turned AJ into the best reach tank in one season, and then I had Didge, who was the best reach tank. I turned people into the best tanks.
You heard him up.
Who's gonna have the lowest KD?
That's a good question. Let me see.
Well,
Wow.
It's gonna be aware because we're gonna play the most games, and then he's gonna go mass negative because he's
Probably
EU.
aware.
He's gonna get a lot of great sword trades and defensive stops. But he'll go negative, and I'm totally fine with that.
I might even say
Stats are
laser
for losers.
too. Yeah, stats are for losers.
Laser, they're not gonna be in the tournament long
ships.
enough to go mass negative.
Nah, because if we make it all the way to the finals, which we will, yeah, Laser, he struggles with a hammer, and his best weapon is the sword, so he's by default gonna go negative a lot. So
We love all
I
these
don't.
gamers.
Well, so see, that's the thing though, because there's a lot of people here who do not know how to play against a sword.
My team
yes.
for one of them.
It was really bad.
It was really bad. I felt it.
I think in that first round, in that first game, I like lunged through them, and you had to punch me literally 8 times in the same round, and then I stopped using the sword because I didn't want you to practice on it. Anyway,
That's a good strategy.
okay, now no more comments.
Yep, we're good.
Nice.
Yeah, this is just for fun, so don't take it personally, or take it personally and get better. It's fun too. Love to see everyone perform at their best
Or mentally collapse and
not show up.
fall. Yeah, and just anxiety attack your way out of not appearing, and then we'll just win by default.
Oh boy. Yeah, I like these. Ace at number 1.